Hey guys, it's Trev. I've been struggling with something in my car, and it has to do with the center console wrap that I've done in it. I've done it 2, maybe 3 times now. And for whatever reason, I don't know if it's temperature, the vinyl that I'm using, whatever the case may be, I can't seem to get it to stick the way that I want it to. But I think I found something that might just cure the problem. So in the quest of me trying to find the solution to my problem, I went on the forum, did a search, and lo and behold, I found somebody who bought a product that seems to fix the problem without using vinyl. And it is a series of plastic plates. Here's one. There's actually 3 of them in the kit. Now, they're only available in white, no other colors, but you can see here on the back that they have 3M tape, and they're painted to match my car, which is the multi-coat pearl. The problem with it, it's glossy, and I don't want gloss in the car. So I happen to have some paint protection film scraps that were left over from when Fabian did my car. It's the XPEL Stealth, so it'll match the exterior of my car. So I'm going to try and put some paint protection film on these bits. Hopefully it'll stick, and maybe we can try it out in the car and see what it looks like. So let's follow along. So there are 3 pieces in the kit. There's the center cup holder section, and you've got the flip-up lid for your phone chargers, and then the other flat part which sits between the 2. I'm actually going to leave this one for last because of the compound curves. I want to try something simple first, so I'm going to probably take this one that has a little bit of a lip up here, and I have some paint protection film, as I mentioned, so I'm going to cut it down to size, and we'll try applying to this, and I'm going to show you what's involved with that. So first, I'm just going to make a quick cut with this. It'll all be trimmed down to size after the fact. So that's more than enough there. Okay, and the process really involves, now I have a bottle of here distilled water, so I'm just going to spray it lightly. Get some water. So my squeegee here, I'm going to remove the backing on this stuff. All right, so once you get it started, just peel the backing off and give it a quick spray. With some water as well. This side, it's pretty sticky stuff. All right, let's apply this down. Starting from the middle, I will work my way out. Just kind of lock it in place and then squeegee out to the corners, get the water out. And this will activate the adhesive. What's really nice about this particular film is that even though it is matte or satin, whichever we want to call it, it still allows the pearl white to shine through. So in the sun, and unfortunately I can't show you pictures of the car that do anything justice with this, but trust me, the car looks amazing when it's still in the sun, so you can still see the pearlescent through it. I'm just going to get rid of some of this water. So there's a bit of a margin left over here on the corners, and I will trim that off after the fact. I'm hoping that the adhesive sticks around the edges. I've seen the guys do paint protection and they tend to steam the edges, and that makes things curl over. So here's the first piece that I've just finished. The corners are not sticking as well as I was hoping, so I'm going to set this aside. Maybe the adhesive needs a little time to set, and maybe we'll move on to another piece. All right, move on to a second piece. I'm just going to cut this down to approximate size. A bit of a ragged edge there, but that's okay because that's going to get trimmed away. All right, I finally got it. So you can see this is the liner, and this is the paint protection film, and you can see here that it's semi-transparent. You've got that stealth look to it. So I'm just going to add a bit of water to this. I just laid it down, and now I'm just going to start from the middle. Make sure you don't leave any bubbles behind. Now I'm just checking for bubbles, make sure I haven't left anything behind or any creases. This piece is done. There's a little bit of margin. I'll cut that off once it's all dry. I'll set it aside. I'm going to redo the first piece with some more film, and hopefully the corners will hold down a little bit better. Hopefully you can see this. You can see the corners are not holding down here on this one, so I'm just going to gently peel it off. Now, the middle part certainly stuck, but for some reason the corners didn't. Oh my God. Yeah, the adhesive is pretty sticky. This is why you want paint protection film on your car, because it acts as a physical barrier for rock chips and stuff. I mean, look out. Oh, that's really strong stuff. Matter of fact, I can take some scissors. There we go, finally went through. So, great rock protection. So highly recommend you put this on your car if you can. If you have the means to do it, it makes a big difference anyway. So protect your paint for a long time. All right, let's set this aside. We'll redo this piece. Total respect for the people that do paint protection film and vinyl for a living. This stuff is not easy to work with. They're pros. They charge the rates that they do because they deal with this stuff. You know, I'm just doing this stuff as a hobby on the side, little pieces and stuff. I can't imagine doing this to a whole car. I mean, I understand the prices they charge because it is so manually intensive to do this work. As you can see here, it's finished. I got some margin. I'll trim that up later once it's all dry. So let's try the hard one and see how it goes. Now, it's a good thing that I have lots of this stuff. I mean, this is a pretty sizable piece because this piece is going to be difficult to do. If I screw it up, at least I can come back and finish it up. I got it on the first try. Look at that. I'm a pro now. That'll be 5,000 bucks, please. As I said, this piece is going to be more difficult because of the compound curves. All right, so let's do the inside now. I'm going to try and do this. Hopefully, you guys can see here. I'm going to cut, hold it down, come at it from both sides so I don't stretch the material. I've now cut a middle section out of it with lots of margin on there. Yeah, it does have some give. All right, so the flat section here has stuck pretty well. The rest of the pieces are probably going to have to steam them or heat them up a little bit to get them to conform. But right now I just want to lock these down so that they don't move. I'll let the thing dry. I should be able to come back and finish this stuff up. Now, in case you're wondering, the adhesive is still active as soon as you wet it down. I've seen the paint protection guys come back several days later and finish up edges. I'm going to let this sit for a little bit and then we'll come back and try and finish it up. It's the next day. I've let the paint protection film completely dry and I've trimmed all of the edges. This is the other two pieces. And I managed to finish the one with the cup holder. The process was basically cutting a bunch of relief cuts and then heating it ever so slightly, pulling it back and sticking it down. And I have to say, looks fantastic. So let's go put it in the car and see what it looks like. Let's install this panel in this location because this is actually one of the easier pieces to redo with vinyl if it doesn't work out. So let's peel off the vinyl that I already have there installed. So I've removed all the tape. I'm going to do one last check of all the corners where the paint protection film is down to make sure nothing is going to lift. And let's see how this goes. And I'm just pushing it down along all the edges. There's two pieces of tape in here, so I'm just going to make sure that the curvature fits. And then we'll check the clearance on here. Yeah, we're good. Well, I have to say, that looks pretty darn good. So we'll install this piece next. So I'll just, again, same procedure. We'll just remove all the tape, make sure the corners are all on straight. So we're ready to install it. Again, we'll just make sure that this is positioned in such a way that we have no interference with this edge down here, and make sure that it clears the top piece. I'd rather it touch the bottom rather than the top. I'm going to open up this and make sure that we have clearance here. That looks pretty good. Just make sure that everything closes again. Everything lines up quite well. Yeah, that looks really good. Here's the last one we're going to install. It goes right over top of the cup holders. First I'm going to pull the vinyl off. And my cup holder, by the way, this is an awesome awesome accessory that the guys at Evanex sent me. It fits in there, and it really holds coffees and stuff properly. These cup holders are too big in my opinion, but anyways, cheap accessory, not very expensive, but I love it. So here's the panel. The tape has been removed. I've just made sure all my corners are nice and flat. We're ready to go. Again, the important part of clearance here is at the front. Start here in the cup holder area and just gently press it down and work your way towards the back. There is no real appreciable difference in the height. Matter of fact, it also makes these panels almost flush with the silver edge trim, which is not a bad thing. The armrest still closes down and latches, so that's not a problem. Plenty of clearance in there. And of course I can put my cup holder insert in there and my tray of goodies. Ta-da! It's done. Looks good. So that completes the installation of this white console kit for a Model 3. If you have a white interior and you're looking for an alternative to vinyl, I think I found the kit for you. The fit and finish is really good. The color matches perfectly. There's no appreciable difference in terms of the height once it's installed. It looks completely stock. So in my books, I like it. It's a thumbs up. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.